What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And tonight, as per request, it is finally the OMI technical analysis update. We are going to look at the chart of OMI on the 4-hour, the 1 day, and the 1 week. But before we do, please note that this is absolutely not financial advice. Anything I say in this video could cause you to be totally destroyed. Financially, I mean totally destroyed. You might not even have like a box of government cheese to eat sitting out on the street. So keep that in mind. Now, it's been so long since I've had an update on this because my 1.5 million OMI tokens are set it and forget it. Why am I doing my hand like Donald Trump? My tokens are set it and forget it. That's right. These are fantastic tokens. Some of the best tokens. Some of the greatest tokens you've ever seen. Set it and forget it. And I don't worry about it. But because of many people asking me for the update, I got to get it in. Now, I'm not doing this update to shill, to get you excited, to give you any impression that that this is FUD or anything like that, but to give you hope, to not worry. And we'll just start out with this ugly 4-hour chart where we see a divergence that is going on, because whenever you have the stochastic moving up like that, looking really nice moving up, but then you've got price looking ugly and moving down like that, and then you turn right around and you got the oscillators on the MACD moving up, well, that's what you call a divergence. And what probably is going to happen is we're going to fall down in price, because really we had kind of a side banding period right here after the initial dump, and we're probably going to come out of this and go down, and we'll look at the other charts to confirm that. But right now it looks like, since the stochastic cycling is nearing a peak where you've got these little higher highs struggling to get up here into the high zone, we're still not there. We could jump up here into the overbought territory, but we're sticking to the volume node right here on the VPVR. And that stands for volume profile visible range. That means that each one of these bars stands for how much Bitcoin, how much OMI was bought or sold at a particular price during the entire time that we see the bars on this whole chart in the visible range, rather than how much OMI was bought during this 4-hour candle right here, or this 4-hour candle right here that includes several prices. Okay, we flip it on the side and we just want to know how many OMI was bought at exactly 0.0013. And that's every time that it crossed that price on this entire chart. So let's just say, for example, it was at that price here. It crossed it on this green candle. It touched it on this wick. Then it was below it, so those don't count. But then we have two little spots where it wicked in there and touches it. We touched it here, and then throughout this whole range, it was coming through 0.0013. This candle has it there, and then that's it. So on the chart that you see in the visible range, what this is saying is that all of the price action where it crossed that exact price is right where those red circles are, and then that's what makes the bar right here, like this one that's sticking out at that price range. Okay, so this is a single bar like that has the orange and the blue, which represents all the buying and the selling. All right, all that meant to just say that, okay, we could jump up here into overbought and then probably going to go back down. And we had all of this time here where we're vacillating back and forth on the oscillator with the MACD, where we go from dark green to light, dark green to light, dark green to light. Dark green means it's strong. It's moving away from the zero line. Light green means it's weak in price. It's moving towards the zero line. But the oscillators have been moving up with the blue line on top of the red line. When blue line is on top of red line, that's usually what we see when price is going up. It's a strong move. But as you can see, while this was moving up, we don't see price moving up. We see price side banding. That's what's kind of telling me that we're probably going to drop down lower. The other thing that is a little bearish, we are trading below the 50 EMA on the 4-hour chart, which is the average price over the last 50 period candles. So this is a 4-hour chart. So the last 50 4-hour candles at the current point that we're at come to right here. And then when you average the last 200, it's this point of price right there. And that makes an average, a moving average, an exponential moving average. So we are below the 50 EMA. We're already below the 200. So it's a very bearish position to be below both. But then the thing is that we want to notate is that we got rejected when we got back up to the 50. And we're still stuck in this volume node cluster right here. We could have been snatched up to here, just like before when we were trading straight into this huge, massive cluster, and then we fell into the slip zone. I call it a slip zone when the volume tails off to nothing right there. And then we come into a node right there. Then we fell into another slip zone, and we come down to this node. So that's what the 4-hour looks like. Let's look at the 1 day. See what it looks like. Let's clear that action out there first. There we go. And scrunch this down. Whoopsie daisy. Turn drawing mode off now. There we go. Let's scrunch in some price history and see what we can see. On the 1 day chart, look at these former action zones here. Those green boxes are where we had support and resistances from previous pivot points, and we're well below that. We'll see that once we jump to the 1 week chart. But for right now, on the 1 day chart, it's also looking bearish. And the reason is because we are trading well below the 200 EMA and well below the 50 EMA. So on this chart, it's 50 1-day candles or 200 1-day candles that make an average. And then when we look downstairs at the stochastic oscillator, we had these successive peaks that did not bring us much progress on price. And then we side banded, and now we're going down. We had this big peak that didn't bring us anything upstairs. So that says downtrend is happening. Now notice how the blue line is above the orange line, but do you see it curling over? That means that it's probably going to do something like this. It's going to flop. And we're also printing light red on the histogram, which says we're fighting our way back to the 0 line. And it looks like the blue line is about to cross over the orange line, but it could kiss the line and drop again, just like it did right there. We have this long uptrend, and now it looks like we could be in for a long downtrend. Okay, so this is not really giving us a clear indication that it's ready to flip and turn bullish. It's a good time to buy, though, because it's probably not going to go much lower, because when we look at this VPVR, well, actually, we don't have much price action that's beneath this at all that we can pull in on the visible range in the entire history of the chart when they started collecting data on the TradingView chart. So we're in discovery zone down here because this is still well below the price that I averaged in at, which was 0.00267. Okay, so I should be buying another bag pretty soon to lower my average. Now let's look at the 1 week chart so we can get the big picture of where we're going. And keep in mind, we don't have a lot of price history on this chart. There was a lot of action that happened before this, but since it's not on this TradingView chart, I can't see what the volume nodes that are down below the current node at the point of control price of 0.0015 and change. Point of control, that is the strong node, the biggest node where the most action is happening. So I'll put POC right there. Now, this is overall very bearish, and the reason is I would say we have further downward action to go. And it's because of what these indicators are telling us. And we have enough price history just to know that for right now, we're probably going to be moving down lower. Why do you say that, Carlton? Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, we're well below this pencil piece of 50 EMA. We don't have a lot of price history, and we don't have enough price history for a 200 EMA on the 1 week. But what are we looking at right there? a big ugly crossover on the 1 week stochastic where the blue line crosses the orange line and falls below it. And notice that the gap between the two is getting wider. It's diverging, which says the momentum is downward and it's strong. Okay, so we're going to continue in this direction, probably trying to find the oversold zone again, like we did back here during these doldrums. And I don't know how much lower it's going to go. Now, we could find this last bit of node at 0.0011. But beneath that, I don't have any price history to let you know what could be attracting the price line. All right. Now, the other thing that we see on this chart is a very weak set of oscillators on the MACD, as the young kids call it, right here. The blue line is running parallel to the orange, but it could be coming in for a landing because, as you can see, the histogram is printing light green bars instead of dark green like it did here. And that says weakness or price moving down. So the overall trend with these oscillators here is still in the downward direction. And we have a high here from this previous massive peak, a lower high, and now another lower high. And then, of course, we've got this low point where it just stayed buried down, and we're probably going to enter this lower zone again. Now, I'm going to probably buy a pile more, and that certainly is not financial advice, but if we get into this range here, hey, I might throw $300, $400, $500 at it, maybe double my bag and bring the average point 0.0027, maybe to below 0.002. And then when things pick up, I'll be sitting pretty because I'm going to plan ahead. Now, the reason why this is a set it and forget it cryptocurrency for me is because I know that the Ecomi team and VeVe, it's not going away anytime soon. They've got way too many worldwide brands and people that are excited about the project for this to disappear and be really that risky of an investment. I mean, there are a lot of whales that are in this thing. Randy Chavez, I know, is sitting on over 100 million. I'm sorry, 100,000. That's silly. Oh, gosh. He's over 100 million tokens on his OMI bag from the last of what I heard he said. I mean, I could be wrong, but he's holding a lot. And if you want to learn more about the tokenomics and the strength of the project from this end, then you need to listen to Randy's videos. Now, once we can start buying items, buying NFTs with OMI and other cryptocurrencies, things are going to look really good because that increases A, the use case of the token, and B, the burn, the coin burn, which says that the supply will reduce, which means that increasing demand will push on fewer amount of coins, causing a greater increase in price, theoretically. But I'm not worried about this project because of the team and all of the worldwide brands. So that's what we're looking at here. That is your current state of the OMI token. And if there's anything excited to report about, I will fill you in and be the first to let you know. And thanks for everybody for asking. And I do apologize for taking so long to get this OMI update. Well, that's all for now, but I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And if you are so motivated and you want to help defray the cost of the production of these videos, you may send me a super thanks. And coming soon, I will have the premium membership program rolling out with a special promotion. And I'm going to be giving short premium videos that have no editing, where I won't take any time on editing. I'm going to give you critical information when you need to hear it about Bitcoin, altcoins, and even the OMI token, or things happening within the VeVe community, where I'll upload it immediately and you don't have to wait for me to finish editing and spend an hour or two to get a video uploaded. That'll be one of the benefits. But for the next couple of weeks, I'll be uploading those premium edit-free videos off the cuff for everybody, for the general public, so you can get an idea of what you're going to get if you become a crypto pro. I can't talk to you. A crypto pro premium club member subscriber, or whatever you call it. I don't even know what the lingo is, but at any rate, it's coming soon. That's all I got for now. This is Carlton, and I am out.